Toy Story was built around one major concept: the idea that the toys would be there waiting for him when he comes home. And what would happen if that adult grows up? After 3 Toy Story films, we finally got to saw the answer. And it was a frightening one, as when Andy said goodbye, it felt like we said goodbye too. This is the moment that changed everything, and here's why. But before we talk about one of the most depressing scenes in cinema history, we need to give some backstory to how we got here. Back to 1995, where Andy is first introduced. And he's a big fan of Woody, who is a cowboy. He's been in his family for a long time, and that's what we're introduced to. Then comes the brand new toy, Buzz Lightyear. And finally we're seeing Andy's collection grow and grow. New toys are coming in, new toys are leaving throughout the entire franchise. But one thing that stays apparent is that groups stick together and look out for each other through thick and thin. Whether it be a battle in Sid's house, and whether it be in the Al's toy band thing where they're thinking that we're collectibles and we're going to get shipped off. They manage to talk each other around and eventually keep expanding their collection with Andy. And it seems to be a collection coming together for this kid, and all they're trying to do is look out for him and keep him happy. They managed to do that. But over the years, Andy would get older and older, and he was getting to the point where he was leaving for college, and the uncertainty around those toys not being played with for many years was starting to become frightening. Andy would go to college, but he had a decision to make, because that room was no longer going to be his, it was going to be his sister's room. So he had to ship all his toys either up to the attic or whatever, and after a simple mistake of those toys end up going to Sunnyside by an accident after being put near the stairs in a rubbish bin bag, looking like they were heading for the attic, they indeed went to Sunnyside. To cut long story short, they end up back at Andy's house, and it looks inevitable that they're going for the attic. But after he sees a note which says, potentially we should send them to Bonnie. Bonnie's a good outlet. She's a kid that's going to take care of these toys. So he takes them over, gives them the toys, and plays with those toys one last time, and creates a magical Disney moment. And that moment was etched in our brains as the moment the Toy Story should have ended. The aftermath of this was crazy. Many fans thought that this was the end of the Toy Story franchise for good, and that we would close that chapter in an awesome trilogy. But then here comes Toy Story 4 to ruin all that fun. We enter into Toy Story 4, and this is where we see Bonnie playing with the toys like we have done before. The difference is Woody is now being pushed aside for newer toys coming in. The integration's happened, and it probably was one of those that Woody was like the important toy at first, but after a while it seemed to be Woody was the one being pushed aside. Woody saw the writing on the wall and was trying to deal with the fact that he was not the main toy anymore, but he still wanted to look out for Bonnie, who was number one, and he did a great job at helping to put together a plan to get Sporky alive, and out of some rubbish created Sporky a new toy for Bonnie, and to just keep her happy. And it felt that Woody had done such a great job with Andy, and with Bonnie it just felt that he'd done all he could. His friends were safe and everybody else was safe, and after meeting Bo Peep and seeing the life that she was having, of being able to be the lost toy and help others find homes, that's what he enjoyed, that life, and he knew he could help in other ways. If you enjoyed breaking down the exact moments where franchises, series has changed for either the better, for the worse, then don't forget to subscribe, as this is Everything Changed, and you want to be alerted to our next episode. Andy growing up symbolised one thing, that not only the audience had grown up, but the story had moved on. And it seemed inevitable that the story was going to eventually move away from one of the leading characters, either Buzz or Woody. And it was Woody's turn to leave. As Woody then departed from Bonnie after seeing that he was becoming the forgotten toy, and he felt that he could impact, and Bonnie didn't need him no more. She'd got plenty of toys that could look out for her, but there was other kids out there that needed that same help, and his job was now to help get those lost toys into new families. This was the moment that changed everything, and I'm not sure if this was for the better.